Meet Coffee. He's a 6-month-old puppy. We adopted him about 3 weeks ago. Prior to this, I was a steadfast cat lady. Now I'm a proud convert. Coffee gets along surprisingly well with Hulu. He's always smiling, is precociously curious about micropigs, and at times can be quite the silly flopper. Since he's such a gentle soul, I want to imbue him with some primal and fierce energy. Thinking of tigers, what Iris Apfel calls controlled baroque. Let's get started. Let's begin by tracing and cutting out all our pieces. I got some of this breathable black mesh fabric and this gorgeous tiger print jacquard. For the harness, I'm going to cut out a main body piece, 2 side pieces, and also get some closures and wooden beads for a grounded kind of flamboyance. For the leash, it'll be a 140 centimeter long strip of the tiger fabric, and again, some closures and embellishments. Since this jacquard frays like nobody's business, I'm gonna serge the edges and move straight onto the sewing machine to combine the 3 main pieces for both fabrics. Press the seams flat. And now let's prepare the straps. Allocate hardware for each, position them, and stitch them down. Sandwich time. Combine the right sides of both fabrics, making sure to tuck the straps safely out of pin's way. We are at a very disorganized and kind of ugly stage right before the satisfying storm. Sew all around and flip everything inside out. Press it flat while poking the layer out. Then top stitch along the outer rim. Now it's time for a fitting with our client. This is Coffee. We're gonna just do a quick test of his little fit. Good boy. I'm gonna mark out where... I managed to mark out where the harness should overlap, so I would say that was a very successful fitting. Let's sew on some Velcro. And now for the embellishments. I'm using some natural wooden beads in the hopes that Coffee will look like a brave caveman. Bam Bam from the Flintstones comes to mind. I'm triple securing each of them to make them difficult to chew off. No accidents for this baby. And while we're at it, here's a disclaimer. I will basically only use this harness when I can see Coffee, i.e. when I'm walking him, not just have him wear it when he's playing by himself. I'm too paranoid for that. Next, pin around the armholes. Stitch them in place. And prepare some binding. As I'm adjusting the strip around the armhole, I'm snipping down the sides to allow it to conform better along the curve. And sew this first side down via machine. Then flip it through and let's maneuver things into a nice and neat place on the other side. Since the layers are getting a little thick, just use some large clips. And then fell everything into place. If this was for a friend, I would keep the clean side on the outside and then hand sew the inside, if that makes sense, to be more profesh looking. But if you watched my last video where I made and hand sewed a pair of cargo pants, you'll know that I'm very much in my I want this to look handmade by a human who occasionally gets a large pimple phase. Since we're hand sewing already, let's make Coffee's custom name tag. I'm doing a back stitch with black thread on some beige leftover fabric. Pin it down and then fell it into place. Spritzing with water to erase our water erasable pen marks. then giving it a healthy dose of lint rolling to remove any excess threads and particles. And now we are halfway done. Okay, time for the leash. I'm preparing a length of 140 centimeters and pressing it down kind of like I would a bias tape. Position and pin the nylon strip along the length. The nylon will keep this very sturdy because we want our puppy to be safe. Stitch. And add necessary hardware and our lobster clasp. To further reference Iris Apfel's incredible archive, I'm embroidering on some rusted gold coins and some red stones. Sufficiently opulent. Now we are finally ready for coffee.
Should we put this on you? Come on. Let's get your leash. Come on.
I like to think that he was this excited for his new harness, but really he's just this excited every time he's about to go out. I think he looks very adequately primal in this fit. It's just funny because he's still a little gentle beaver underneath it all. Really excited to make a whole flamboyant world for this little boy. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe to see more like it. In the meantime, take care of yourself and, if you have one, your furry kid. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!